Well, guess what? I completely forgot to turn the audio back on when I was recording. So, I've already started coloring. But I'll go ahead and talk you through the rest of it. So I went ahead and put the sunset in the background here, and I do that with a gradient. I'm about to use a gradient on the door, so you'll see how to do that. Okay, when I color, I make a duplicate of the background layer, where my flat is, and I color that. That way I can still make selections on the flats layer. Okay, so I've done the sunset gradient. I think I'm going to add some clouds in there later. And now I need to unselect that contiguous on the magic wand, so that now it'll select all the occurrences of that brown on the page. Now, I don't want my gradient here, so I'm going to deselect those. And now I select that brown, and I'm going to do a little bit of a screen so it'll lighten up the door a little. Might be a little too strong. You can adjust the opacity, so the higher the opacity, the darker your color, or in this case, since it's on screen mode, the lighter the color. And as I mentioned it earlier when I was talking to no one, when I had forgotten to turn the microphone on, I tend to color New Comic Day more simply, more like a Saturday morning cartoon, kind of really easy shading. And I have a tendency to pick my light source from the upper right hand corner. I don't know why. It's just the way I am. So see, it's like the sun is shining down from the right. And so you put your shadows in basically where they would be in real life, just more simplified. So I've done that here and down here in the third panel. Oh, and you'll notice that I've changed some of the colors, like the land speeder and Bill's cloak color. I changed it. I decided to just go with the brown cloak that everyone knows Obi-Wan in, so. Okay. I'm not going to do a lot with the knocks. It's already kind of complicated, so I don't want to put too much shading in and make it look funny, so. Go ahead and put a little shadow in here. And down here. And I don't think I was recording. I decided to go ahead and make that a gun. I can't remember if Luke has a gun or not. But I decided maybe it looks like a gun, and maybe he uses his gun to kill things in the desert. I don't know, I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen the first one. My favorite Star Wars is, I forget the name of it. It's the third one, the last one, the first last one with the Ewoks. I love the Ewoks. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. Okay, I'm gonna lay in the shadows here. And again, since those panels are the same, I'm only gonna color one panel and I'll paste it over here. So really I didn't need to do that earlier when I flatted it, but I just wanted to show y'all. And I always do a little adjusting the shadows, fiddle around with them until I get it looking how I want it. Okay, and Bill. Since he's wearing a hood, I'm going to do some shadows around his head like that. And I'm just using the lasso tool like normal, like when I do flatting, and then the bucket and fill it in. For this simple coloring style, that works best. shadows on his hands. Hand. Probably brighten up that highlight. No, too much. Okay, a little more highlight. Now the land speeder. It's rusty metal or something. I'm gonna lay a gradient on it and try and make it look a little rusty with a paint, with a brush. I've got a ton of brushes. I think I'm on glitter right now. Using some brushes from Hi-Fi, a book I got a couple years ago. It's pretty cool. Okay. Wrong color, but you get the idea. See, you can do a little bit of a texture this way. Still a little too bright. Now I'm making a few little selections and filling them with that texture brush. I'm gonna go ahead and add a shadow here. Well, a shadow kind of color. Darker color. And that's where the spot layer comes in handy. Except, I think it would, never mind. I messed that one up. Oh yeah, well, it'll still work. Okay, you go to the flat layer and deselect that orange. And now I can fill that with the darker brown. And the same thing there. Same thing there. And that's probably about all I'll do there. Hopefully I got the colors about right. I think it might still be a little dark, but I might adjust it at the end. Sorry guys, I love this song. It's taking along a little. Apologies. I'll add a little purple. I think I'm going to do a little light gradient over the sand, a little purple. Because I'm going to still treat it